Greetings from EA Sports. I'm Brad Nessler, and alongside me are Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit. The fans are prepared with their blankets and the heavy coats for this chilly matchup tonight between the Boston College Eagles and the Virginia Tech Hokies. As the college football season continues, these two teams are vying for position in the ACC standings. And here come the Hokies. Kirk, how do you see this one? This really looks like a deadlock. This could go to either team.
Virginia Tech knows all too well about playmakers as they have one of their own at the running back position. This guy's got way too much talent to be contained. Lee, I think he'll lead them to a close victory.
I agree with you. I'm picking Virginia Tech. Go Hokies.
The fans are on their feet awaiting the start of this game as the players line up for the kick. Here's the kick. Royal takes it from the 6. This quarterback is the leader of this team, but he's going to need some help from his offensive line today as they go up against a very good pass rush.
You got that right, Brad. He's the focal point of this offense, and the defensive line knows it. They're going to be coming after him hard today.
When you're as good as this kid is at playing quarterback, there's definitely a bullseye painted on your chest. We'll see how he handles the pressure.
Ball on the 19. Second and 13. Ball on their own 19. From the gun. He drops back, steps up, he's looking. Throws this one out to the left. Got it to his receiver. He'll get 9 yards on the play.
9-yard gain on the play.
Third down and 4 coming up on this one. Ball on their own 28. 3 wideouts here. On the ground, right side. He has some room. Brought down. And they get a nice gain on third down.
Remember when we talked to the coach? He mentioned that he wanted to run the ball against this defense, and he felt that he may have some success. Well, they had some success on that play.
First and 10. Ball on their own 41. Virginia Tech comes out with an I formation. They go with a toss. He might have a chance. Still on his feet. And now he makes a move. Down the sideline. To the 10. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Nice call, nice blocking, and an even better run.
Those guys up front must have been hitting those sleds pretty hard in practice. The only reason this kid was able to show his big playability was because the offensive linemen executed their assignments to perfection.
And he hits the PAT. Here's the drive summary brought to you by Pontiac. Looks ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. Blackman fields it in the end zone. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. They'll get the ball here at the 17-yard line. Single set backfield. They'll throw on first down. Throws it to the outside. And it falls incomplete. And he overthrew his wide receiver.
I don't know too many 7-foot guys playing football, so maybe he should aim lower the next time.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line. The Eagles line up in an I formation. Porter pitches out to the right. And they hit him in the backfield. Third down and what they didn't want to get in. Ball on their own 11. Porter comes to the line with 3 wide. Back to pass. Looking. Wants to throw outside. The senior makes the catch. That was a nice stretch for the D there.
Yeah, they really cranked it up a notch on that series.
Boston College lining up the punt. He punts it. Number 20 fields it at the 35. That last drive resulted in a touchdown, mainly because of the running game.
And with that success running the football, I'm looking for play action then right over the top for 6.
They'll set up shop at the 39-yard line. The Hokies set up in the gun. Drops back to pass. Throws it to the outside. He ran a good-looking route and picked up positive yardage.
That he did, and he made a good catch. That short passing game is where you see all those hours in the summer that you put in pay off.
Second and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 43-yard line. Virginia Tech lines up in a shotgun set. Looks. He goes downtown. Batted ball. Oh, boy, almost intercepted. That could have easily been a turnover.
Yeah, I don't even think the quarterback even saw that guy.
Well, he almost saw him running the other direction with the football.
It's third down and 6 to go. Ball on their own 43. This defense better be careful. The quarterback is in the zone and really feeling it out there. He drops back. He's looking. He throws it. Comes up with a jump ball. The wideout makes a big catch there.
Hey, whenever you have a receiver who can make plays like that, you just want to get the ball in his hands and let him do the work.
Listen up, my friend. That was a tremendous throw by the quarterback, too. Don't forget about the guy slinging the ball all over the field out there.
And he tacks on the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Virginia Tech lines up for the kickoff. Blackman and Gonzalez deep to return. Kicks it off. Blackman fields it in the end zone. Not a whole lot of success their last time out.
Not at all. This offense has to do a better job of staying on the field and giving their defense a chance to catch their breath.
They'll start this drive at the 20-yard line. Porter is back in the gun. Uh-oh, high snap. Hamilton with a takedown. And the halfback ripped off a nice gain there to get him the first.
Hey, this kid's a good-looking back. Let's see if they go to him again.
First and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. The Eagles go with the I formation. Porter will hand it off. He can scoop. And he's all the way down to the 39. He picked up big yardage on that one.
I'll tell you what, Brad. They need to keep giving this kid the football. He's on a roll.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 39.
39-yard line.
Boston College comes to the line with 3 wide. Back to pass. Feeling the pressure. It's deflected. Great coverage, and it's intercepted. That interception will be credited to the linebacker.
Way to come down with that football. That was not an easy play to make.
But that's just great hands for a linebacker. He looks pretty good out there catching the football.
They'll go to work at the 14.
14-yard line. 1st and 10.
Virginia Tech comes out in the shotgun. Here's the give, and he's stopped behind the line. Excellent play by the defense that time as they swallowed him up before he got back to the line.
It's more like they devoured him. He had no shot of breaking clean.
2nd and 13 coming up here. Ball on the 11. They come out in a nickel. He'll get it again. He's into the open field. He tries to spin. And down he goes. How about that call?
Sometimes this is not a good call against an aggressive defense because the draw takes some time to develop. Here they were able to catch the defense off guard a little, and the result, you got it, a huge gain.
Yeah, nice call, but how about the play of this halfback? This kid is an incredible athlete.
First and 10. Ball on their own 38.
38-yard line.
They line up in the shotgun. Nice play fake. He's going left. And it's incomplete. He sailed that one high.
That's not a bad incompletion because he saw the blitz coming and just got rid of the ball to avoid losing yardage.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 38. The Hokie set up in the gun. Got hit as he threw. Got his man. They'll bring him down. Wow, the receiver had a big play on his mind, and he forgot about securing the football.
I always told my receivers to look the ball in, tuck it away, and then get upfield. It looks like he skipped step 2. I didn't see the part where he's supposed to tuck it away.
I'm sure he'll hear all about that in practice from his coaches and teammates. This group of receivers is a competitive bunch. They don't let each other get away with mistakes like that. Lucky for him, the offense recovered at that time.
1-yard gain on the play.
Second and 7 coming up here. And this is the 5th play of the current drive. The Hokie come out showing 3 wide. A little juke. He laterals the ball. And he's taken down. And I believe that run right there puts him over the century mark.
It sure did, and he is really running hard today. This guy has great vision when it comes to finding open space and running through it.
3rd down and short. This is the 6th play of this drive.
39-yard line.
Virginia Tech sets up in the I. Toss. And he's tackled. And that was a nice run. Kirk, that was a great job by that big offensive line.
Yeah, it really was, Brad. And also, a nice read by the ball carrier to find that running lane.
When you break one like that, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
1st and 10. Ball on the 31. Virginia Tech comes to the line with 3 wide. He steps up, looking, throws this one out to the left. Got some open field. Juke move.
Wow, nice catch.
Way to look it in. Heck of a job by the wide receiver. These guys are moving the ball down the field.
The Hokies come to the line with their jumbo package. Pitch is right. Brown with a monster hit. They lost too much yardage that time. What do you think, Coach?
I think you can't blame the back on that one. I don't care how good an athlete you are, you're not going to be able to showcase your abilities without some blocking.
The Hokies come out in a two tight end set. Makes a move. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. Will be enforced on the
Well,
drive.
the offense is helped out by that defensive penalty.
You bet they are. That's an easy way to pick up yards.
And he hits the PAT. This drive summary is brought to you by Pontiac. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He gets a booming kick. Gonzalez fields it in the end zone. I'm sure the coach has talked to his team about not turning the ball over again in this possession. They'll take over at the 15-yard line. The Eagles line up with three wide. On the ground is the tailback. Brought down. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2 on the play.
It's second down and 8. Ball on the 17. Boston College sets up in the I. Gets the ball. No, they faked it. He's going right. It falls incomplete. He had his wide out, but he couldn't hit him.
When he misses, it's usually high, and that's something he's been working very hard with his coach on.
It's third down and 8 to go. Ball on their own 17. They'll work from the shotgun. They come out in a nickel. He's looking for his man. So they go 3 and out after that incompletion. They come out in a punt formation. Punts the ball away. Number 20 takes it at the 43. The offense ready for the first play of this drive. They moved the ball extremely well on their last possession on their way to the end zone. First and 10. Ball right around midfield.
50-yard line.
Virginia Tech comes out with an I formation. Kiwanuka with a takedown. About 8 yards there.
Gain of 8 on the play.
It's been pretty lopsided here in the first quarter. The score is Virginia Tech 21, Boston College nothing. It's second down and 2 to go. Ball on the 42. The Hokies go with the I formation. Tries to juke. Glasper brings him down. The big fella took it and plowed for the first down.
He was just following his blocks, and hey, they're moving the sticks.
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line. And they better keep an eye on that tight end. Play action. He tosses it short. Big opening. And it's caught. And he's all the way down to the 11.
Now that was a good-looking play. The quarterback put it where his receiver could get it, and now they have a first down.
What I like is the faith that this quarterback has in his receiver. He's not afraid to throw it downfield.
And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters the most. The offense got 6 the last time they were inside the 20. Let's see what they do here. Vic running the option. He lateral. He jukes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Another score. Touchdowns have just become a habit for this team.
Well, the defense better find a way to break that habit because there's still a lot of football left to be played.
And he tacks on the extra point. And now let's take a look at the drive summary brought to you by Pontiac. Pace ready to kick. He kicks it. Gonzalez fields it in the end zone. The offense gets ready to start a new drive as they just couldn't get anything going on their last possession, going 3 and out. They'll set up shop at the 20-yard line.
They'll start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Boston College comes out with 2 tight ends. Porter steps back to pass. And he's hit as he throws.
Way to keep your head on a swivel, kid. That was a nice job of locating the football and knocking it down to prevent the completion.
Sure was, Coach. He put himself in great position to make a play.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 20. Ace backfield. Porter back to throw. Throws this one out to the left. And it falls incomplete.
Yo, you can credit that incompletion to the pass rush. Great job of not letting the quarterback get comfortable back there.
He didn't throw a good pass at all.
All that, Kirk. He was under pressure. Unbelievable pressure.
Boston College comes out in the shotgun. Porter set to go to the air. Incomplete pass. The quarterback had a tough time with a blitz on that one.
With this guy, you can't let him stand back there and have too much time to throw the ball. You've got to get a hand in his face.
Boston College lining up the punt. Ayers gets it off. And it's out of bounds at the 47. Thanks to some nice passing on the last drive, the offense was able to take it down the field for 6.
And great play calling to help make that an easy drive. The question is, can they do it again?
Nickel defense. He drops back. Looks. Throws it to the outside. And it's the tight end.
Nice decision by the quarterback.
Not only was it good decision-making, but the offensive line protected just long enough for him to find his target.
And when you combine the two, it'll be a first down 9 out of 10 times.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. 6 DBs in the lineup. They go with the option, and he's hit hard. And they stop him on the option.
Boy, that's a nice job here by the defender of getting into the backfield, breaking that play.
Second down, 14 coming up here. Ball on the 38. The Hokies come out in a two tight end set. Vick options out, sheds a tackler. Has some daylight. Glasper with a takedown.
And a 10 on the play.
Third and 4. Ball on the 28. They line up in an I. They go with a toss. Got an opening. They'll bring him down. A big gain for the halfback.
You know, when we talked to the coach yesterday, he said they were going to run it over, up, and around this defense. Well, here they got a nice gain on the old toss play.
And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters the most. Vick running the option. They'll drop him for a loss. Good play by the defense. They broke up the option before it got started.
I'll tell you what, the quarterback has to be more decisive than that. Either get it to the back on the outside or take the ball, find a seam, and cut upfield.
On the 11 going in. 3 wideouts here. They snap it to the back. And they got him for a loss. They gave the fullback a shot at picking up yardage, but he couldn't get anything.
That was a beautiful thing to see that defense crash in and bust up the play.
About 12 yards out. The Hokies set up in the gun. Back to pass. He's looking. Looks to the end zone. Guys, the pressure was intense, but he let it fly into the end zone anyway.
Unfortunately, none of his receivers could get to the football.
That's a great play by the defense to make him throw the ball before he wanted to.
This one should be makeable. He gets it up, and it is good. Time to take a look at the drive summary. It's brought to you by Plamiac, fuel for the soul. It looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Gonzalez fields it in the end zone. Not a very good series for this offense on their last drive as they were forced into a 3 and out.
Boy, oh boy, they had nothing going last time.
Man, maybe, Scooter, you need to get out there and show them what you're made of.
Somebody get me a helmet quickly.
The Eagles go with the I formation. Shake and bake move. He's on the run. At the 40. Across midfield. At the 40. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10. Touchdown, Boston College. And he just eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark for rushing.
You know, to a lot of people, it's no big deal if a guy runs for over 1,000 yards in a season. But I'll tell you what, it takes some skills to be able to accomplish this feat.
And he tacks on the extra point. Over 3 minutes remain in the second quarter, and the score is Virginia Tech 31, Boston College 7. Number 20 is lined up to kick this one off. Decent kick, looks to be returnable. Just about ready to call the first play of this drive. They were able to pick up a field goal on their last possession. They'll get the ball here at the 20.
At the 20-yard line. First and 10.
I wouldn't try anything tricky on defense. This quarterback's looking to make a play. Inside handoff. Washington brings him down for a loss. A loss on that one as he couldn't get past those big linemen.
You got that right. They sacrificed their bodies in there and stuffed it.
Second and 13. Ball on the 17.
17-yard line.
The Hokies set up in the gun. They'll run the option. He jukes it. And he's tackled. So he holds on to it and gets a good 5 yards. It's third down and 8 to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. The Hokies come out showing 3 wide. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Pressure coming. There's a missed tackle. Kiwanuka brings him down for a loss. The Hokies line up to punt. Schmidt punts it, and it's a good one. Blackman fields it at the 35. Looks to me as though the offensive line is ready to run the ball some more.
And that defensive line better be ready, because if they aren't, they'll be giving up another touchdown drive.
They'll start this drive at the 42. The Eagles come out in the ace formation. Has some daylight. And down he goes. The halfback gets the call and picks up 5. Boston College takes a timeout. Two minutes to go in the half.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
The Eagles come out in a 2 tight end set. He's got to throw it in a hurry. Wants to throw outside. And he dropped it. The pass was right there. Just couldn't be controlled.
Just tied in some more passes in practice. He needs all the help he can get.
It's third down and 5 to go. Ball right around midfield. Boston College comes to the line with 3 wide. And he's stopped behind the line. Virginia Tech calls a timeout. No surprise here as they prepare to punt it away. Hangs it up high. And this one's going to go out of bounds at the 25. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. They'll take over at the 28. Vic is in the zone and looking to make a play. He's going right. The ball is tipped. Incomplete. And that pass falls incomplete because it was deflected.
That's great defense right there, Brad. That's something the coaches always remind their players to do. Get a hand up in the face of the quarterback.
So it's second and 10. Ball on the 28. And the impact player at tight end is in the zone. And that one's fallen incomplete. The quarterback saw the blitz and let it fly, but too high.
Oh, that rhymes.
Third and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Virginia Tech comes out in the shotgun. He drops back. steps up, looking. Long ball, right side. Glassberg picks it off. And they badly needed that interception.
It's sure going to help. If they can march down the field and score, watch out. You might have a game here.
They'll set up shop at the 13.
First and 10.
They come out in a nickel. And the snap goes to the back. He has some room. At the 40, across midfield, at the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Boston College. What a weapon this running back is.
I'll tell you what, this guy makes the defense look silly out there. They're falling all over themselves trying to get him on that one.
The Eagles come out showing 3 wide. He's hit and got away. Anderson brings him down.
I don't agree with that call, Kirk. Here's a situation where you need a 2-point conversion and you call a simple run play. He should have let the quarterback roll out of the pocket. That way he can either run it in himself or dump it to somebody in the end zone.
Yeah, I'm with you, Lee. I'm disappointed with that call. That really shows a lack of creativity by the old ball coach.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Royal back to return.
Kicks it off. Number 20 fields it in the end zone. Breaks one. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
Clipping on the receiving team. After distance to the spot.
Clipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. It's first and 10. Ball on the 9-yard line.
First and 10.
2 tight ends set. Handoff up the middle. He broke his ankles. 3-yard gain by the running back.
3-yard gain on the play.
Second and 7 coming up here. Ball on their own 12. The Hokie set up in the gun. Bounces off the would-be tackler. And they hit him in the backfield. Boston College takes a timeout. It's 3rd down and 7 to go. Ball on the 12. They come out in a goal line set. Inside give. And they make the stop. Boston College calls a timeout.
Fourth and 2. Ball on the 17-yard line.
The Hokies are lining up to punt it away. It's away, and it's a booming punt. Blackman fields it at the 37. He spins around, and he's hit hard. They did a great job on their last drive, moving the ball down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive. They'll get the ball here at the 44-yard line.
First and 10.
Boston College sets up in the eye. He steps up, wants to go long, and does. The ball is tipped.
He tried to force that one in.
It should have been intercepted. He can't be thrown into coverage like that.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 44. Eagles set up in the gun. Porter drops back, steps up in the pocket, throws it to the outside. Got it! Got an opening! To the 20, to the 10. Touchdown! The halfback got his number called on the pass play and came through with a score.
This is what separates good backs from great ones. You have to have the ability to contribute to the passing game.
And he hits the PAT. Let's take a glance now at the Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. Royal fields it in the end zone. Not a very good series for this offense on their last drive as they were forced into a 3-and-out.
Boy, oh boy, they had nothing going last time.
Yeah, maybe, Scooter, you need to get out there and show them what you're made of.
Somebody get me a helmet, quickly!
They'll go to work at the 20-yard line. Now's not the time for a blown coverage. This quarterback is in the zone. Back to pass. Throws in a hurry. Complete. Henderson with a monster hit. It'll go down as a completion, but they won't get much for it.
Yeah, just a wasted play right there.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line. They'll work from the shotgun. And we've reached halftime here. The score at the break, Virginia Tech 31, Boston College 20. Virginia Tech will be kicking off to start the second half. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Gonzalez fields it in the end zone. A little juke. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
Clipping on the receiving team.
So they'll move back after that costly penalty, and they'll have to try to get that yardage back here. They'll take over at the 9. Boston College comes out of the shotgun. Porter gives it up the middle. They'll drop him for a loss. The defense was all over that draw play.
And they got very good containment on the halfback. He had nowhere to go with the football.
It's 2nd down and 12 to go. Ball on their own 7. Porter hands it off. No, play fake. Throws this one out to the left.
Drop passes. That'll drive the coach crazy. That'll drive the quarterback crazy. And that'll drive the fans crazy.
Well, I'm sure he'll get an earful when he gets to the sideline.
You bet he will.
The Eagles line up with 3 wide. Drops back to pass. Looks, steps up. Here's the long ball, left side. And he's got it! Williams brings him down.
They made the 3rd down conversion look too easy.
They were just looking for the first and ended up getting a huge chunk of yardage. It's not bad.
First and 10. Ball on the 32.
32-yard line.
The Eagles come out in the ace formation. He'll get it again. Tackle. 4-yard gain by the back.
Gain of 4 on the play.
It's second down and 6 to go. And this is the 5th play of the current drive. Porter comes to the line with 3 wide. Porter steps back to pass. He's looking, throws it out there, and he's got it for the touchdown. After that touchdown, I don't think there's any secret who the go-to guy is in this offense.
No question, Brad. It's really not fair to ask somebody to cover him stride for stride on any route.
And he tacks on the extra point. Here's the drive summary brought to you by Pontiac. Boston College to kick, number 20, and Royal back to return, and they'll be returning this one. Number 20 fields it in the end zone, shakes off a tackle. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll start this drive at the 18.
First and 10.
Vic is the impact player, and he's feeling it right now. He drops back. Across the middle. They'll bring him down.
I like the defense that was called. They just didn't make the play on the ball.
You're right. It wasn't necessarily bad defense. The offense just executed, and the result is a first down.
It's first and 10. Ball on their own 33. They line up in a double tight set. Pitches right. Throws it to the outside. Got it to his receiver. So we get to see his arm, and he gets it out there for a first down off the trick play. First and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. Ace backfield. Gets the ball. No, they faked it. Deep pass down the right side. The ball is tipped. And he's tackled. Well, the tight end just went over the 100-yard mark with that last catch.
You don't see too many tight ends catching that many balls.
Well, this guy's a legitimate weapon for the quarterback out there.
Since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters the most. They line up in an I. Vic options out. Now he pitches it. Here he goes. And it pays off. Touchdown.
Hey, Kirk, is there anything that can stop this kid? I've never seen a guy score so many touchdowns so easily.
I don't know, Coach, but that was his 4th rushing touchdown on the day.
And he hits the PAT. So with under 5 minutes left in the third quarter, our score, Virginia Tech 38, Boston College 27. kick. Kicks it deep. Gonzalez fields it in the end zone. They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown. They'll get the ball here at the 19. The Eagles come out in a two tight end set. They keep it on the ground with a tailback. He might have a chance. And that one goes for a big, big first down.
You know, every time you run the ball successfully like that, that defense starts to creep up a little bit. That's when you go to the air, my friend. Over the top.
The Eagles line up with three wide. Juku. And he's going to lose yards on this one.
Now that's what I'd love to see. A linebacker who plays downhill against the run. That guy knows exactly what the heck is going on out there.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. Two tight end set. Drops back to pass. He tosses it short. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, V-Tech. That last INT gives this defense 2 on the day.
Not a good throw there, and the quarterback needs to make better decisions.
And he tacks on the extra point. Over 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And the score, Virginia Tech 45, Boston College 27. Virginia Tech is ready to kick it away. Blackman and Gonzalez set to return. Sends it sailing downfield. Blackman fields it in the end zone.
Let's watch this defense and how aggressive they are. They were able to get a pick the last time, and they're like a wild animal. When they smell blood, they go in for the kill.
Take it easy, Coach. You're getting excited.
Hey, that's right, sweetheart. I'm always excited.
Boston College sets up in the eye. Can't wrap him up. And they make the stop. Picked up big yards there, and he's going to have a first down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy does a good job at reading his blocks and accelerating through the holes.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 32.
32-yard line.
Two tight ends here. On the ground with the tailback. Here he goes. Missed tackle, and he's taken down. That was a pretty good run.
Incredible effort there running the football by this guy.
First and 10. Ball on their own 49. They line up in a double tight set. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. And down he goes. A pickup of 5.
On the carry. 5-yard gain on the play.
It's 2nd down and 5 to go. Ball on the 46. Boston College comes out with two tight ends. He steps up, throws short, and it's caught. And they make the stop, and the pass is caught, but he goes nowhere.
Yeah, nice job there by the defense to get to him and make the sure tackle before he could make any moves to break loose.
Third down and 4 coming up on this one. This is the 5th play of this drive. They'll work from the shotgun. Porter, back to pass. He passes it, complete, and he's stopped behind the line. Nothing going on that one.
No gain on the play.
And the punt team will come out. It's 4th down. Plenty of hang time on this one. Hamilton signals for a fair catch. He hauls it in at the 9-yard line. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. They'll set up shop at the 9. Single set backfield. Steps up in the pocket. Wants to throw outside. And the tight end couldn't manage to stay in bounds that time.
Yep, the tight end caught the ball, but not before he stepped out of bounds. Good call there by the refs.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 9. Virginia Tech goes with the ace set here. Inside give. Brown tackles him for a loss on the play. And he was stopped at the line there.
Well, that's possible because of the penetration the defense was able to get. It's tough to get any yards offensively when that happens.
3rd and 11. Ball on the 8-yard line. Virginia Tech comes out in the shotgun. Looking. He keeps it. He's on the run. Aiken lays it on him.
Fourth and 1. Ball on the 18-yard line.
The drive stalls, and they'll have to punt it away.
Blackman back deep to return.
Schmidt gets it off. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll take over at the 30.
They'll take over at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
Boston College lines up with 3 receivers. They'll throw on 1st down. He lets it go. Got it to the senior. Taken back 3 yards. It's 2nd down now and 13 to go. Ball on the 27-yard line. This impact tailback would love nothing more than to have the ball in his hands right now. Throws it deep downfield. It's tipped, and it's the senior. Got a stat for us, Coach?
Why does this stat not surprise me? With that catch, his total yards for the day is over 100.
First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. Single set back. Setting up the play action. Wants to throw outside. And it's going the other way. And they come up with another turnover.
Now the defense is playing very opportunistic out there today. That was their 3rd interception of the game.
They'll go to work at the 17.
Take over at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10.
3 wideouts here. Cole brings him down for a loss. They'll drop him for a short loss there.
Loss on the play.
So that brings us to the end of the quarter, and at the end of 3, our score, Virginia Tech 45, Boston College 27. It's second down and 11 to go. Ball on the 16. Virginia Tech sets up in the I. They go with a pitch to the right. Complete. At the 40, and he's taken down. What a call by the head coach, and it pays off big time with a huge pickup on the play. First and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. Virginia Tech lines up in a double tight set. Vick running the option. He's into the open field. Tackled. He kept it himself and picked up a good-looking first down.
Another reason why I love the option. Just when you think he's going to pitch it, he cuts up the field and keeps the ball himself.
No question, Coach. Great execution and a good decision there by the quarterback.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 38. Virginia Tech comes out with two tight ends. They go with the option. There he goes! And now he decides to pitch it. Toll brings him down. And that was an outstanding run by that young man.
Brad, you're exactly right. The ball carrier is able to break through the secondary without much resistance at all.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters the most. When this quarterback's in the zone, as he is now, he can do a lot of damage to the defense. They'll throw on first down. He tosses it short, and it's caught. Henderson with a takedown. They go to the air and pick up a couple. On the 11, going in.
Ball on the 11-yard line.
Virginia Tech lines up in a shotgun set. He'll dump this one off. Complete. Lasper brings him down. They get 5 yards on the play.
5-yard gain on the play.
The Hokies line up with two tight ends. Play action. He's going right. Touchdown, D-Tech. So they call a tight end's number, and he comes through with the score.
He did a great job here of using his size to create space for himself so the quarterback could get the ball into him without any defenders getting in the way.
Kirk, you know, in high school, this guy was so big he played defensive tackle. When he's going across the middle, he never shies away from a big-time hit.
No, he's more interested in delivering punishment than taking it.
And he hits the PAT. Over 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. And the score is Virginia Tech 52, Boston College 27. It looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He sends this one deep. Gonzalez fields it in the end zone.
Great job by the defense last time forcing the pick. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few runs here by the offense to start things off.
They'll start this drive at the 20-yard line.
First and 10.
Single set backfield. Toss. There he goes. At the 40. And they tackle him. Tremendous run right there.
And coaches just love it when they can run the football like that. It opens up so much more of your offense.
First and 10. Ball on the 47.
47-yard line.
High formation here. They'll go with the run once again. And he's tackled. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Second and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 49.
49-yard line.
The Eagle set up in the gun. And they got him for a loss. The quarterback draw not successful there.
Nope, and I'm going to tell you why. This defense was not fooled at all on that play.
Third and 10. Ball on their own 47. The Eagles line up with 4 wideouts. Porter back to throw. Looks. He unloads it. It's high, and he makes the catch. What an athletic play by the wideout.
This guy's one of the most athletic players I've seen all year. You realize in high school this guy was all-state in football, basketball, and baseball. He's been making big plays his whole life.
And he tacks on the extra point. So with less than 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, our score, Virginia Tech 52, Boston College 34. Number 20 needs a good bounce for a possible recovery here.
Boston College is lined up with a kick.
Here's the onside kick. Well, that'll end all hopes of a miracle.
You can say that again. This one is pretty much done.
They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive. The Hokies line up in an I formation. Pitch left. And he's going to lose yards on this one.
Come on, he's just a skinny little cornerback. You got to be able to break that tackle and get some yardage.
It's second down and 11 to go. Ball on the 44. Virginia Tech lines up in a double tight set. And that defense is getting a little excited down there.
Offsides on the defense.
The defense lends them a hand with that penalty.
Gosh, giving up penalty yards is so frustrating, isn't it?
Second and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 39.
39-yard line.
Allen on the give. They'll bring him down. Good job of keeping the drive alive in their attempt to work the clock. First and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. 2 tight ends here. He'll get it again. Makes a move. He might have a chance. The 10. He's all the way down to the 2. That was a huge lift.
Brad, you're right. A run like that can really get the momentum rolling.
Have a look at our Old Spice Red Zone numbers. Red Zone, when performance matters the most. Virginia Tech lines up in a goal line set. There's a play fake. He's looking. He's going to take off. He decided to call his own number on that one, Coach.
He sure did. That's really tough to defend when a quarterback starts running around out there. That one led to 6.
And he hits the PAT. So with just over 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, our score, Virginia Tech 59, Boston College 34. Virginia Tech to kick. He kicks it. Gonzalez fields it at the 2. Let's see if this defense has trouble defending the pass again here.
If they do, my friend, look out. They're going to give up another touchdown in a hurry.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 19. Porter with 4 wide receivers. And the snap goes to the back. He lost the ball. Two minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Boston College sets up in the I. Porter tosses to the left side. Wade with a takedown. How about this guy, Coach?
Are you kidding me? A 100 or even 200-yard game is understandable, but 300 yards? Ha! You got to be kidding me.
There's a flag down, and here's the call.
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
It's 1st and a mile. Ball on their own 16. Number 32 lines up in the deep back. I formation. And they hit him in the backfield. That's a 6-yard loss. Second and long. Ball on the 10-yard line. The Eagle set up in the gun. Back to pass. Steps up. Looking. Throws short. And they couldn't hook up on that one. Pressure that time, and he was forced into throwing before he wanted to.
Wow, the kid just avoided getting smacked on that one.
Third down and a couple miles here. Ball on the 10. Boston College comes out in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. He steps up, looks, broke away from one, and it's knocked away. The pass was knocked down.
This defense is very aggressive, and they swarm to the football. They're always making plays to disrupt the passing game.
Looks like they're going to punt it away here. Ayers gets it off. Number 20 deals it for 50. Gets past the tackler. They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown. The defense has been talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time. 1st and 10. Ball on the 43. Virginia Tech will line up in a jumbo set here. Allen on the handoff. Sheds that one. Smith brings him down. About 5 yards there on the fullback carry. It's 2nd down and 5 to go. Ball on the 38. Virginia Tech lines up in a goal line set. Off the middle. Brown with a takedown. Short little gain there, just trying to keep that clock running.
Keep that clock running and keep that other offense off the field.
Third and 4. Ball on the 37.
37-yard line.
Virginia Tech will line up in a jumbo set here. Inside handoff. And down he goes. And he gets the first down.
That guy just went pow and took it in. He wasn't stopping until he got that 1st and 10.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 32. And that's the end of the ball game. Coach, what's your final thought on the game?
I can't say enough about this performance. Virginia Tech played an excellent game out there, dominating on both sides of the ball. They've got to feel pretty good after blowing out a team like this.
That concludes another game of NCAA Football 2006. Our final score, Virginia Tech 59, Boston College 34. This is Brad Nessler for Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit saying so long.